this sort of thing. Careful now.
What is up everybody and welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be going through my team selection for Game Week 19. Due to the busy Premier League schedule, the deadline for Game Week 19 is 4 PM tomorrow, so make sure you have your teams locked in as games are coming thick and fast at the minute. As you can see on screen, I have currently scored 55 points in Game Week 18. I'm currently on a green arrow, but this could change if Kane ends up getting a return or Kepa manages to not keep a clean sheet against Nottingham Forest. Fingers crossed though, I do manage to keep a green arrow and we move back into the top 150k. We will now take a look at my team selection heading into Game Week 19. So starting off in nets, we have Kepa, who faces Man City at home and then Fulham away in his double Game Week 19. If I'm being honest, I'm not expecting a large return from Kepa due to the difficulty of both these fixtures. Both Man City and Fulham have shown real attacking threat this season, whilst Chelsea have struggled defensively. Any return I get from these two fixtures will be a welcome bonus. Moving on to the back line, I've gone with a back three of Trippier, White and Shaw. Both Newcastle and Arsenal are in great form, so I'm predicting either a 0-0 or a goal fest for that one as they battle it out at the top of the table. Man United face Bournemouth at home, so this is a perfect fixture for Luke Shaw. Whilst he did play at centre back against Wolves, Man United kept a clean sheet. I'm hoping that Shaw returns to his normal left back position for the game against Bournemouth, as I believe this could be the game where Shaw gets an attacking return. If you're looking for a 1 week punt to replace Reece James, then I think Shaw is a great option. In midfield, we line up with Rashford, KDB, Martinelli and Andreas, thus resulting in Almiron dropping to the bench after his blank against Leeds. Unfortunately, this is a difficult week of fixtures for a couple in my midfield line, as KDB faces off against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge and Martinelli hosts Newcastle at home. However, Rashford, who scored after coming off the bench against Wolves, faces Bournemouth and Andreas has his double game week against Leicester and Chelsea. For Game Week 19, I have decided to captain Rashford as I believe he has the best chance of getting a return this game week, based off my team situation. Bournemouth at home is one of the best fixtures to have and there's no reason why Rashford couldn't haul against them. However, if it suits your team better, I would recommend captaining a double game week player like Mitrovic or Mount, as they have a higher ceiling due to their two fixtures in one game week. My forward line remains the same for Game Week 19, with Haaland, Darwin and Martial all starting. Darwin, who has struggled to score in recent fixtures, travels to Brentford in what could be a difficult game for Liverpool, who only managed to beat Leicester due to 2 own goals. I'm keeping the faith in Darwin as I believe he will start converting the huge amount of chances he has had and my patience with him will pay off. The biggest shock with my forward line is that Haaland does not have the armband for his fixture against Chelsea. Whilst I am aware this could come back to bite me, I don't believe Haaland is the best captaincy option for Game Week 19 and that is why I have looked elsewhere. It would be fair to say that going against Haaland regardless of the fixture is a dangerous move, however it is a risk I'm willing to take in order to gain a few extra ranks if it pays off. Lastly, we have our third United player in the team with Martial against Bournemouth. Whilst he didn't have a great game against Wolves, Martial's fixture against Bournemouth is too good to pass up, so I've decided to hold him for at least one more game week before I look to ship him out. I have considered bringing in Mitrovic for his double game week, but I'm just not overly convinced that I would rather have Mitrovic against Leicester and Chelsea than Martial versus Bournemouth. Therefore, Martial keeps his spot for the meantime. On the bench we have Almiron, Cancelo and James. Almiron moves to the bench as I don't see where he can fit into the team this week, and the same can be said for Cancelo, who has not started City's last 2 games. For us Cancelo owners, it started to get to the point where we may need to look elsewhere due to how much funds we have tied up in him. I predict he will start against Chelsea, however I don't expect a clean sheet for City in that game, so I'm happy to bench him. The last player on my bench is Reece James, who will be getting moved out this week for the player I will discuss next. If you've been watching my recent videos, you would know that Botman is a player I've been discussing a lot as a good replacement for Reece James. Due to his continued starts in an incredibly strong Newcastle defence and his cheap price at only 4.4 million, Botman is a brilliant option if you're looking to replace James and spread funds elsewhere. As I have 2 free transfers for Game Week 19, I've decided to use one to move out Reece James for Botman, who will remain on the bench for this week. By downgrading James to Botman, it will leave me with 2.2 million in the bank and another free transfer which I may use to attack the double Game Week 19. However, I am leaning towards carrying 2 free transfers into Game Week 20 as I'm not overly convinced by either double game weeks this week. Whilst I recognise that sometimes it is good to get aggressive with your moves in FPL, I also believe that you should follow your gut and not do something you don't feel totally comfortable with. The only decision I'm definite on for this week is that Botman will replace James. I will be going live at 3 PM for the deadline stream, so make sure to join me for that as I'm sure some last minute tinkering will be taking place. That's going to do it for Game Week 19 team selection video. If you did find this video helpful, please do make sure to like, comment and subscribe. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at fplfatherted. Thanks for watching and good luck this game week.
you